Alright, and we are finally back with our Alco project. And let's get started. Next on Psycho for Tycho.
From Tycho, of course.
Alright, we're back with our Alco 630 project. And one of the first things we're going to be talking about is we're going to be installing DCC. We're going to be adding some weight with our servo bend. And we're going to be giving it sound, obviously. Now, there were a few modifications I've had to make since our last video, and one of which was our bolsters. I found out that the bolsters were, first of all, too close together to the fuel tanks for any sort of truck swivel, and they were too low. So all I did was I got some little strip styrene here, glued that down to the bottom of the bolsters, moved them back a little bit. Now I think I've got the decent swing without derail for these, for the fuel tanks, hopefully. So the first thing we're going to be doing is adding in weight. And then once we add in the weight, we're going to be using our wonderful scale sound system speakers. I love these things. For our sound, we're going to mount these somewhere in the bottom. In order to do that, I'm going to be making a cradle of sorts using our strip styrene so that we can hold it in place. And then for our sound, as the focus goes in and out, we're going to be using the TSU 2200 sound decoder, which is an Alco diesel, and hopefully it's the right Alco diesel, and this thing sounds like a 630 and not a RS3. Now I know you're probably wondering, and you're probably asking why I still haven't cut down the cab. I got to get everything to fit in here first, and then I'm going to do the cab modification. I know I should be doing the cab modification now, but I'd really rather wait, because the only thing I'm worried about is the short hood, or the long this. I am still determined to make this a Southern Pacific model and not a Norfolk and Western model. I still have to look for my micro LEDs. I thought I had the right ones, but they wound up being red, so I think I grabbed the ones from my box that were for my caboose and my passenger car project. Another bad little problem I had was when I took the trucks off so that we can wire these up. Again, you know, model power system being so doggone old, even though I reinforced it, it cracked. I'm trying to fix that now and again, so just using my MEK to kind of melt that crack back together so it doesn't split apart on me. I also was able to get a new soldering iron. This one's a little battery powered one. I just got it. This was one I got at Ace Hardware. It's just a little Weller battery powered job. We'll be using that for the wires from now on, but I'm still going to stick with the big ass Harbor Freight one, pardon my French, for the servo bend. Alright, and let's get started. But before we get started, I noticed when I'm doing the filming that I'm getting a lot of shake here. It's because of the configuration of my workstation. I've tried different ways of supporting and suspending the camera. And because my workstation is kind of similar to like a diner booth, I have to set my tripod on the opposite side here. I have to suspend this with an extension, and then with the extension I've got to have a bungee cord holding it up. And unfortunately with the extension I get this sway, and I do apologize for that, but at the moment this is about the best I can do with this. There's nothing I can do, and I'm sorry about that. Anyways, let's go ahead, let's plug in our soldering iron so we can get our serial bend all dripped in here and give us some weight. And then we're going to take apart the trucks, get those taken off so we can wire them up. I've got some either this is 24 or 26 AWG wire that I'll be using to hook up our new contacts here, and this is going to be fun. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's get our serial bend put. All right, I think we're ready to start here. I hope we're ready to start. Now, if you haven't seen my video on serial bend, it's right up here, this little doodad there. You click that, it'll talk to you about serial bend. And yeah, my knife is hot enough now. So we're just gonna drop that serial bend into our tank. I really do like serial bend. This is the best thing that I was able to discover. Now, in the serial bend video, I did get a comment. A viewer said that you should be using this in a well-ventilated area. So that's your little safety brief right there. Now hopefully when I put this weight in, our Alco doesn't lean, but again, if that happens, I'll just take the fuel tanks off and I'll add more weight to where it doesn't lean. Alright. I'm just giving it some decent weight here. And this unit is going to be probably put either at the end or in between my SD9s anyway. So it's mostly just there for practical showing purposes. I might have it in the lead as a helper unit. I'm not sure yet. Because I do want to do the light package on this. Alright, that should be good enough for a start. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to our trucks. Now, I have done a few modifications to the trucks already. I cut off the old Talgo end here. One of the things also I have noticed that I should have noticed right off the bat was that these are one-side pickup. I'm not going to do a dual-side pickup. In retrospect, I should have got a keep alive for our decoder, but that's neither here nor there. One of the other interesting things about these trucks is these are not geared. So this is going to be an interesting conversion, and I'm wondering if I should have went with a different brand of Alco, but that's also neither here nor there. And that's because the model powers seem to be the cheapest ones. Now, I could have got away with probably using a GE. Because GE also had these tri-mount trucks. But, yeah, that wasn't a thing either. Okay, this is an interesting type of pickup. So our brass washers rub on the inside here. I might give that a polish up. Unfortunately, I did leave enough here so I could work with it. Use red for one side, we'll use black for the other. And yeah, the second I unwrapped this wire, it decided it wanted to do its own thing. That was always fun. Okay. Not the recommended clippers. Easiest way of stripping wire, if you haven't seen any of my other previous videos, just burn off the insulation with a lighter, or just do that. Okay, wow, that was interesting. Now I get to try my new soldering iron. I haven't tried this yet. I guess we gotta wait for the green light to stop flashing here. These are new batteries. I think these are AA's. I hope these are AA's. So I've got rechargeable AA's here. Alright, I think we're ready. Oh, yes. Okay, that's one side. Fire up our little battery power thing. I like that. It tells you when it's hot. That's not a video glitch, that's actually blinking. So it just tells you when it's getting ready to get nice and hot. It's got a little light bulb on here too, so this is really nice. And there we go. Damn it. Having an issue with the that was nice. All right, and I got my lubricating oil out. My nice long super duty adapter here. Just gonna drop some on the gears here. A little dab will do ya. Alright, finally, I've got this stuff here that I was trying to pitch to our club for track cleaning. I may have to pitch it again because one of the things I've noticed at our club is everybody likes to run the main line except me. And so when I'm running the branches and the spurs and everything like that, the track isn't clean. This is called No-Ox ID. If you do a little search on YouTube, you'll find lots and lots of videos on this stuff. It's a conductive grease. And it's good for keeping parts lubricated and clean, because I have heard in the model railroading terminology, or model railroading field, that this stuff is great for keeping tracks clean. And when I finally do the back shop central here one of these days, I plan to use this on the rails. Alright, now comes the fun part. And this is always the fun part. And it's like trying to get wipers to ride on wheels. Just going to bend these out a little bit more so we can get better contact. And why am I doing it like I think I'm working on a Bachmann? It's funny, this design almost looks like it would be something out of Bachmann. Now, could I put more wipers on this? Yes. Am I going to do that? No. Not because I don't want to, because I think that would be great. It's just that I'm not really interested in adding more work to this project and making it run longer. In the future, it's a possibility. I do like to do the basics of a project and then maybe later on revisit it. It's the same with our Super 630, or not our Super 630, but our Alco 430 in Rock Island. By the way, this is still plugged in, just because I may add more syrup into this. It's heavy, but it's not heavy enough. But I want to do that off camera. I just want to kind of get this up and running. Alright, let's get our decoder set up. Let's get our motor set up. Well, I found my clip, so that's not going to work. So we're just going to have to do this the hard way, I guess. However, comma, I am not to be deterred. We have ways of making it work. Here we go. All right, by all rights and reasons, we should be all set up. Now, considering the age of this Athearn motor, and considering the fact I don't even know how long it's been used, I'm just going to rub a little Noax on here just to give it a little more continuity. And like I said, this is an electrical grease, so this is very safe here. We'll go ahead and put a little oil on the bearing. Put a little oil on the back bearing. All right. Well, this thing gets cool quick. I don't like this Harbor Freight one, which just seems to like take forever and a month to cool down. All right. So there we have it. Our DCC is hooked up. We're not going to put this together and we're not going to fit it in yet. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go do testing and programming, and that is going to be on the next episode of Psycho for Tycho. And considering the fact that it's still nice outside, the weather's great, everything's going cool, you're going to see this next week. So stay tuned. Hey friends, thanks for watching the video. I know you're at the end, but if you like this video, just remember, every 2 weeks I'm going to be bringing out a new video on budget model railroading, the history of Tycho trains, the history of other model railroad companies, and some how-to things that maybe you've never learned before or you've known and you want to share with your friends but you never knew how. Well, here's the way. All you got to do on this video is like, share, subscribe, and if you want notifications, hit the little bell there, which I still don't know how to do, but we'll figure it out eventually. But until then, hey, we'll see you in the next video, and I am Psycho for Tycho.
Junkie True Steel Track.